Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Ching, and this tutorial is to go over how to find your resources for the lab report LibGuides. So on the class website, you have this link here. Okay, so you want to open up to the new tab, and then this is for the library. So you'll see that this is the Iolani Library LibGuide, the library guide for the biology lab report. Okay, there's several tabs on here. The first one is to find magazine journal articles. Second one is database, which is what we want. And then the last one is also what you're going to be looking at is how to cite APA style references. And I'll go into that in more detail in a little bit. But basically you have examples in your green pages, and this is an example of how to correctly do one, okay? Going back to, and you can also use Noodle tools as well, but that's a little bit more complicated. Okay, going back to the database, you want to use the Science Reference Center over here, but notice that, okay, let me click on that and go open it up in a new view, new tab. Okay, so because we're on campus right now, it'll immediately go to the site where you can type in your search box. But if you're at home, make sure you're using this. Okay, so you're gonna click for this link. I'm gonna open up to a new tab, so you can see that you need to use your username and password Iolani663 for that. Okay. All right. Going back to this. Okay. See how this is EBSCOhost? That's the name of the database or the name of the site that you're going to be searching from. You want to click on search, choose databases because we want to choose another one. Not only are you using Science Reference Center, we're also going to use Health Source Consumer Edition. And then click OK. All right, so here we go. We're going to type in. So this lab is about pepsin, enzyme, activation. Okay, so something like that. That will give you some information. And here, the first one says how to construct an artificial stomach. So let me open that up. You can see that you're going to read the abstract first. Chemical digestion, decomposition of macromolecule of action of the enzyme begins in the mouth and stomach. This exercise show how to construct a simulated stomach, which seems to be interesting, like what we're doing, and gastric enzyme called pepsin. So that might be useful, so that you can see that the full text is down here. You can also click on the PDF full text over here to open it up. And so it's going to open up as a PDF. So here's a little bit, it shows you exactly what they did. And look at that. It looks very similar to what we did, right? We did pepsin, we did hydrochloric acid, so that might be something that's useful. Okay, but let's go back to the background information because we're still wondering why we have to add hydrochloric acid into it. So here, let's see, they talk about how, here's a paragraph that you want. The stomach is an expanded portion of the digestive tract. Although there are variations, essentially stomach is defined as an organ that produces gastric juices, particularly pepsinogen or pepsin in an active form, and hydrochloric acid. Since pepsin is a protease, the stomach begins protein digestion. Okay, that kind of gives you a clue as to what's happening. Now from this paragraph, you should be able to see that pepsinogen is pepsin in an active form, and somehow something like hydrochloric acid is needed to maybe activate it, but it doesn't tell you that. But you can see that this website or this article, has some information that could help you, right? So let's go back to the actual um, the list again. So here's another one called human stomach. Okay, and this one tells you, the other thing you can do is another information here. There there's some more information for you, but it still doesn't tell you about how pepsin is activated. Okay, so those two are pretty good, but it's not perfect. But if you want to cite it, notice that on the right hand side here you have a citation box. Okay, if you scroll down, there's your APA already. Okay, it's not perfect though, so remember that you need to be looking at it. I mean, that looks like it's pretty good. Like, you have your title there. There is no author here that you can tell. So, um, but the author here is actually stomach. Author would be research machines. So this is not perfect, right? So you can see how this, instead of the human stomach, it should be um, this information, research machines, PLC. Um, the year is correct, the title is correct, and then you're going to copy the whole thing and put it into your document. Okay, for the other one, for this one, let me go back one. Okay, you have the same thing, citation, and then under APA, this is good because there's your author, your title, your periodical, and everything else that you need. So you're going to copy this and then put it into your Google Docs, okay? So that's how you cite it. But we still haven't found information on how proteins the pepsin gets activated. So let's see if this one might help you. Gastroesophageal. Okay, so here we go. Let's look at the PDF. And it's loading. Let's see. Where is it? Okay, so here is that paragraph that you'll probably want to use. So it says, let's begin. So I can't annotate this because, oh, actually I can. Here we go. Let's begin by stating that the stomach acid does not digest food. It certainly cannot digest enzyme because they contain protein. In fact, stomach acid activates a protein digesting enzyme called pepsinogen and maintains the pH of stomach content between 3 to 5 so that the activated form of pepsin can begin to digest the protein. So there you go. So there's that information you need. So it looks like from here, right, from this paragraph, you can understand that HCl is needed to activate pepsinogen and convert it to pepsin. And that's why we needed to add HCl to your bios. Okay, so let's see if that actually is true. All right, so we're going to cite this. So again, go back here, go to citation, scroll down to APA, there's your author, there's your year, and put it all in. And notice that, see how this journal is italics? You gotta make sure you do that on your Google Doc too, okay? All right, so if you have any questions, come see me.